lights, in front of the crowd, in front of when it counts. It's going to come down right now against Kent State.
Played 12 games last year as the third-string quarterback, and now it is his moment. And the junior from Calhoun Falls, South Carolina, will run.
To run.
Highly recruited out of high school, a top 15 dual-threat quarterback. And stuffed on the run up the middle by John. Deion Kane, number 8, will be to the bottom of your screen. Their new threat this year. And they'll drop it off to the tight end, Mylan Richard. Ball popped out, but out of bounds, down in.
Heck of a grab by him.
Here comes Clemson with the tempo, and into the belly of Fuller, right up the middle. Touchdown, Tigers!
55 and number 55 Crowder. He is the phone booth mauler for this line crew.
Receiver screen to Ray McLeod. Yeah, that 9. McLeod is the motion man. They'll fake to him. And the deep ball looking for Kane behind the defense. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback, and I still remember I'm a young kid then standing like a foot away from one of my friends trying to tell him what's going on, and he can't hear one word I'm saying. Very similar atmosphere with how tall these walls are here in this stadium. And freshman wide receiver from Knoxville, he is named after T. Martin, so there's kind of an odd relationship there.
And that is DeAndre Over.
And they rotate 20 plays apiece throughout the depth chart.
They've got to get ready in a hurry because they've got Auburn and then Louisville in their next 2 games. And running around the edge is Amari Rogers.
Up. Heck of a job by Clemson in recruiting.
New tailback as well, Adam Choice. We may see 4 different guys at that position today. Bryant on the rollout, and that goes through the hands of Deion Kane. Quarterback keeper, first down, inside the 30.
These guys are going to rotate in. They feel deep across the board.
Handoff up the middle. Tavian Feaster. Feaster again, and he'll be thrown for a loss.
And he loves his leadership early on. He said he really took hold of this offense in training camp.
He got pushed by a couple of freshmen, one a redshirt, one a true. Feaster muscles
kid.
3rd and 9. Dropping it off for Adam Choice, and he's going to be about a yard. Choice is the offset back. And Choice will get the call. Touchdown, Tigers. 3 possessions, 3 scores.
Earlier, Coach told us yesterday for Bryant, look, don't try to be Deshaun Watson, be Kelly Bryant. I think we saw that in the first quarter. Just got the ball to his playmakers, didn't try to push anything, was very decisive on his reads. It's a great job.
Let's check into the studio with Adnan. Oh, Adnan, good to hear from the Big Ten champs, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Last time we saw them, that spectacular Rose Bowl matchup with U.S. So that you are prepared when your moment comes, as Bryant's has arrived today.
I like it.
C.J. Fuller is the offset back beside Bryant. Dropping back to throw, looking deep, and almost intercepted. That was Dimitri.
That offense.
Tough break for Kent State. John Cunningham, their best D lineman, had to leave. His helmet popped off. Here's 3rd and 4 for Bryant. Scrambles for the first down. Across midfield and more. Inside the 20. Tiptoeing down the sideline. And he stepped out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
I tell you, I love the fact, the poise in the pocket. He pump faked once, twice, looked it, and he didn't force anything. It wasn't there. Watch him survey the field. He's got great protection, number 1. Pumps it and pulls it down and go. It's a decisive decision, and he gets up the field, and a lot of speed here. I mean, I'll tell you, that's juking a strong safety on the outside. Just gets his foot out, but a 47-yard run by the quarterback. That's explosive plays right there.
And it's the true freshman, Travis Etienne, now in a tailback, number 9. The fade to the end zone, the fist fight, and the touchdown. T. Higgins
So his leaping ability is off the chart. He just goes up and high points that ball. He comes down for a touchdown.
Call to
Of opening up that recruiting base. I mean, they got a guy out of my high school, St. Xavier, a Bockhorse kid, the lineman. So it's not just the surrounding area that Dad was recruiting from.
Bryant caught down at the 5 by Overton, and there's a flag down after a 19-yard hook.
Now, big home run guy. They love his quickness and speed.
Bryant caught and thrown for a loss back outside the 10-yard line. One of the strengths of their defensive unit. Play action, popped up in the end zone, and it's intercepted. And brought back out to the 10-yard line. Quan Robinson off the ricochet as Bryant tried to force it into T. Higgins.
Well, you know, and he's going against their best defensive back in Demetrius Monday, 21, and he plays his slant perfectly, gets his hand in, pokes it up in the air, and Johnny on the spot, Quan Robinson able to find that football. But again, that slant's such a tight area.
And Beth, down here on Kent State sideline, I saw the backup quarterback, George Bolus, warming up, and it now looks like he's...
And a lot of offensive linemen.
I agree. They've replaced 3 offensive linemen. I think a lot of it has to do with their schedule. They don't play Washington. Probably their toughest game is Stanford. But I agree with you on Penn State, Anthony. Last year we saw them in person.
And the first Heisman candidate on his team.
I know. Well, Barkley's number
Barkley.
1 for me. But my dark horse is Trace McSorley.
1 yards, and the Buckeyes win over Indiana as the Tigers go up tempo here.
And 12. They kind of feast or famine with the offenses, not a lot of defense. Who can play the best defense, and will it be just the team that scores the most points again this year?
I think
Own team in that conference that has some bigger bodies that can push some people around on the offensive line.
3rd and 6 here for Clemson. From the 33, Bryant with time to McLeod. First down to the 20.
Ball placement, get it out in front of the receivers. Actually want to get that ball in the air slightly sooner when he's making those breaks.
The one thing needed in this offense, a quarterback who's accurate, that was Watson. He's doing the same thing. There's another one.
Bryant out into the flat to Hunter Renfro, who had the game-winning catch.
Well, they love him here. We all remember that catch. I was actually sitting right in front of him on that catch in Tampa with my son. We had a bird's eye view. It was unbelievable.
Fuller. Good shoestring tackle to the side here on 2nd and 7. Bryant with the keeper. Bryant with the touchdown, courtesy of an Overton block in the end zone.
Giving a little bicep twist there. I like what he's done so far in this game.
Good protection. He's got Ray McLeod, who will be able to get out of bounds at the 4.
Kelly does in this 1-minute offense.
Bryant dumps it off underneath, and that'll be good for the first down. To see.
Seem to continue to go on first down if you're trying to get the plays and get the clock in.
The quick strike to the slot man.
It's going to be critical in a game down the road there when it's close.
Maybe time for a couple of plays if they can get out of bounds. That's to Mylan Rich.
They're telling him to go and run a play. So, again, not letting him go out there and make those decisions.
Bryant with 4 seconds, and he'll toss it underneath instead of going deep, and that will take. Nick has not been kind to his former assistant coaches over the years. He's beaten them pretty handily.
Bar as far as getting the players. You see the recruits that Clemson's throwing out on the field, all these different players, the depth that they have. Again, it's going to be interesting. And you got 2 of those teams.
Florida State. Clemson has won 31 of its last 33 games, including that national championship a year ago. Here's Mylan Richard, the tight end, rumbling down inside the 35-yard line.
Down the sidelines. He might not have that 4.2 speed, but he definitely is an impressive player early on in this. Wayne Allen, he's kind of that shorter tight end, you know, just under 6'4", but he's stocky. He's got good base, good feel.
1st and 10 in the red zone now for Clemson. Bryant lofts it towards the back of the end zone, incomplete, broken up by Foster.
Dividends having a tall receiver who can jump like that with so much man-to-man you're seeing in college football. That's going to be tough on these DBs.
1st and goal, and a good go back to Fuller, offset. He'll get the call. He's already got 1 touchdown, make it 2 on the day for C.J. Fuller.